And if you haven't picked up on it, it's been about better hope, better love, better together. And so we've talked about a variety of different ways that I believe the Lord is calling us to be better. Not that we're bad, and not that, we're, this big mess. Just in Christ, we are called to be better. Dig? So today, I'm thinking about being better together. That's a theme that we've had in the Church of the Nazarene in years past, and it's powerful when you think about when you put us all together, like individually. Today we're going to talk about this. Who we are as individuals in Christ is something we need to recognize, and also why we are the way we are, and in Christ why we are better together. So I'm going to start off with something really weird. Probably should have saved it till next week, because next week we have Cars and Coffee, right? So we have the cars around. And if you've been around me for more than a minute, you know that I have a bit of a soft spot for mid-'80s GM Malaise era vehicles. Okay? So I'm on this Facebook, once you get known for things, so I get all these alerts of different things. And I saw this post from a guy. He has a 1986 Oldsmobile 442. Does that light anybody up, or is that just me? A G-body GMC from the 80s. Do I have a picture? I had a picture of this car. Yeah, there it is. There it is, the last American muscle car. Now, okay, before you start judging, I realize quality compared to modern day vehicles is not all that hot, right? But this is a pretty cool car for its day, and it wasn't a Buick Grand National, because it wasn't a Buick, but it was a nice car anyway. And so people were buying these up, collectors bought these up, and it was told to be the last American rear-wheel drive, frame-on, body construction, whatever. Half of you are in here thinking that you're just hearing Charlie Brown's mother talking, right? It's just wah, 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 wah. Okay, all this car stuff, right? Car stuff. This is a really nice car, okay? Does anything about this picture strike you as odd? It's in his living room, okay? This car is in the living room. It's a 1986 Oldsmobile Cutlass 442. It's a muscle car. He cut the wall out between his living room and his garage, and he put this car in the living room. Now, don't get any ideas, Brian, okay? So, because I don't want to get in trouble with Tracy, okay? So, fortunately, my car's so big it wouldn't fit in the living room. Like, it's not even a possibility. But, right, this car has 14 miles on it. The interior of this car is still wrapped up in all the packaging that was put on it in the factory. 14 miles on this car, okay? And 86, when is that? We're crowding 30 years ago. No, we're crowding 40 years ago. I'm older than I thought. We're crowding 40 years ago. Pushing up on 40. Reality, it is what it is. Okay, so here's the thing about that car. I don't want it, first of all. But master engineers created that car. They built on history that they had known before in cars before, and they finely tuned things, and they added special things, and these guys gave don't argue with me on this, just work on it conceptually. They gave it their best work. All the Ford guys can just keep it to yourselves. But as far as General Motors was concerned, they gave it their best effort to make this really special vehicle. And I'm pretty sure if you went and talked to those engineers today, they would be really upset about this. Because that car was not intended. They didn't put their work into it. They didn't put their minds into it. They didn't put their souls into it. They didn't do their best work to make an object to sit in some guy's living room for 40 years. Right? This car was made to be driven hard and fast. Right? It had a purpose. It was not ever intended to be an object. And so it has been objectified by this guy. And I'm not judging this guy, okay? Understand? I don't know this guy at all. I don't even know where it is. But the purpose, the point of it is, the purpose of this vehicle has not been achieved. And now after 40 years, probably never will be. And the value of it today, if he wanted to sell it, it would be pretty valuable, because it's pretty rare to have a car that's 40 years old and only has 14 miles on it, right? But you can't use it because the value in it is the fact that it hasn't been used. So it has completely missed the